Howdy everyone, it's episode 25. We've just finished off our Taupō weekend. It's one day early, so we're here in a makeshift studio here in whose hotel are we in?
This is my hotel, actually.
This is your hotel?
Yeah.
So we've just finished off Taupō. I've come away with another race win.
I got a second and fourth, and we've got a special guest on for this one.
Hello, how you going? It's good to be here.
I forgot to introduce your name.
Thank you. My name's Brock. I'm a fill-in for the day, so...
So pretty much we've got nothing to do today, so we thought we might as well shoot a pod in my room and recap on what was a pretty crazy weekend still, even though we didn't get to do Sunday's race. We moved it to Saturday, but missed out on one race. But overall, the racing was actually pretty hard, eh?
Yeah, it was actually. It was probably an interesting weekend, obviously being so condensed into obviously the one day. But before we get too much on the weekend, did you come over beforehand?
Yeah, me and Brock came over. We came over a couple of weeks before. Oh no, we didn't drive here.
Not here though. We went to Christchurch.
That's a good point. I guess because we've driven here, we didn't come over. Where people did Rylan and some of those guys come here. Yeah,
we actually came here beforehand, and we actually borrowed your old supercar and did a bunch of tyre testing and stuff.
Oh, did you? Oh
yeah.
Makes
sense.
I'm
joking. No, I think because last time Rylan had driven Taupō was like a couple of years ago in an 86 for the New Zealand series. So we came over, did Taupō first with Big Puppy George, and then we went to Christchurch and did Ruapuna. So
that makes sense. I couldn't work out why you were over here for so long. I was talking to you and you're like, yeah, I'm still in New Zealand, and we literally flew in. We were here for
less than 24
hours. We got in at 1 a.m. on a night, straight to the track the next morning at 7 a.m. and then we flew out the next afternoon at about 4 o'clock. So we got to have a run. We were only planning on actually coming over and running an 86 because it's just so expensive to do anything else. But we were lucky enough that when we got here, all the New Zealand guys with cars and Porsche Carrera Cup cars, old NZ Tourers, ended up letting us have a few laps in their car. So it wasn't too bad in the end.
Yeah, it was good. We squeezed a lot into a little time, but yeah, we didn't come here, but it's fun.
It's actually pretty cool to see back home in Australia, we don't really have tracks with memberships, and they're really getting around their member program where you become a member, you pay a big fee, and you can use the track for certain periods during the week, and it's actually a really good community here, eh?
Yeah, I'd say the community side of it is the biggest. Like you say, they all come out, they have lunch. A lot of the time it seems like they just get on the beers at lunchtime and then don't run again for the afternoon, which is pretty cool. But I think they're actually in Australia starting to move to that a little bit. I see there's a couple of tracks in in Newcastle. There's two down there that they've just opened up that are looking to go to the membership base. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, we came over and did some laps. It was interesting, wasn't it?
I heard you got flogged.
I did. I got flogged in the 86, so I'm going to go back to Norwell and start. I used to think I was good in 86s, and we actually, it had a passenger seat in the side of it, so we started passengering with each other to get more laps, and I'm like, geez, what's he doing here? And then I looked at the lap time, he's 4/10 quicker than me, and I'm like, oh God, this isn't good. But it was pretty good. 86 is fun.
It's fun. We got taken for some hot laps as well at the start of the day, which was cool. The guy that was the instructor took us around, so...
I'm a terrible passenger.
Will's not a good passenger.
Yeah, he's a bad passenger.
I'm like, I'll go first, make sure it's all good, and then he got in afterwards. But that was good fun. But everyone's so generous here. I suppose we see with the fans and that, but literally everyone come up and what car do you want to drive? You can drive whatever you want.
Well, that's we were worried about getting any laps or getting a car or what, but we literally just sort of showed up to any members' day and everyone was like, yeah, jump in my car, jump in mine. We literally didn't have enough time to drive all the cars by the end of the day, but definitely got plenty of laps, which was cool, and then, headed back home, but quick trip back over.
Yeah, and then obviously leading into New Zealand, big news. We lost our CEO, James Warburton. Any thoughts? I've got a few, but...
I probably don't know enough about the situation to make huge comments on it. I guess from what I've read and spoken to a few people that the board couldn't agree with whatever his vision was going forward or whatnot. My attitude, he obviously did a very good job when he was here a few, what was it, about 5 or 7 years ago. So I would think he's someone that, what he was going to do, I would think was going to be pretty valuable to us in the future. So it's a very weird thing, but you've got a lot of wealthy guys there in, other people that are invested in the sport and own part of it and on the board that it's interesting that they couldn't see eye to eye. But, I'd love to know what it was actually over, what his vision was or what he wanted to do that they weren't happy with, but I'm not actually too sure.
Yeah, that's actually probably the surprising thing. No one really actually knows. I mean, no one's. It's like one of those things. No one's really gonna know. But yeah, it's sort of. I found it was a bit sort of weird how it happened all like within one day. And I was talking to him the day before, and then all of a sudden it comes out that he's, that they've agreed to part ways, or whatever they've done. But I find it's kind of maybe a little bit of a bad look when a new CEO comes in and doesn't last too long. But
we were probably talking about it, and it felt like there's been a good vibe around the paddock, and that there's been a lot of progression since he came in. And I'm not sure if that was exactly already in place before he was there, but since he's been there, with a lot of the changes he made, do seem positive. Some I didn't agree with completely, like getting rid of Crompton and people like that. But I mean, like, he obviously was willing to sort of do a shake-up, I think, to make the sport progress forward and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, I'm not sure. It definitely felt stale for a lot of years, and then it felt like there was a big change. But I don't know.
I think a lot of us had a good representation with him. Like, I know you speak to him a lot. I speak to him a lot. I know he called all of us, like, as soon as he got announced before he started. And I don't know, for me, that kicks you off on the right foot when someone calls you like 3 weeks before they start. I never really had anyone from Supercars reach out and, hey, I'm stoked to be in, let's have a chat. And you had that good just conversation with him. You know what I mean? You could go to him with anything. Like, if we had a problem with where we parked, you'd speak to him and then get sorted.
Not very often can you just go straight to the CEO in any big business, and that was literally it. You'd just text him and be like, I know we had something with the podcast that we wanted to ask him about. Straight away, just texted him. He replies straight away, gets on to you. So, yeah, he was definitely an operator, that's for sure.
I was going to say, like, touching on what Brock said, like, obviously there's a lot to being a CEO that we wouldn't understand, but the communication from him was second to none. Like, any time, like you said, like, he'd get back to you straight away, and if you couldn't answer, he'd follow up. And that's what I just hope moving forwards, that, everyone that's worked with him really, regarded him quite highly, because he obviously communicates really well. I hope that, moving forwards that, they can keep that up, because I reckon that actually has made a pretty big difference within our sport, at least the last sort of, 12 to 15 months, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. Who do you reckon they get?
I don't know. Well, Barclay's obviously acting at the moment. He's no slouch, obviously, and knows a fair bit about the sport now and has been around, long enough. But, it's sort of... I was a little bit disappointed with the way it was handled, and I guess we read about it on Speed Cafe. But, I thought maybe, all the team owners, I guess, got told pretty last minute as well. But I would have thought we would have been, they would have put us in a room and told us, moving forwards, or, there's a bit of a plan or something. But that's okay. Yeah. But, it all happened so quite fast. I was actually in shock.
I know. I was like, it's around April Fool's. I'm like, is this the right day? Like, what's going on?
I read it on Speed Cafe, and I was like, I think I messaged you or called. I called one of you, and I was like, I was a bit weirded out by it. But obviously, I'm guessing from their side it happened extremely quick as well. I'm guessing it's just that they've quickly decided to split ways. But I guess heading into the weekend, we made a bit of an executive decision to sponsor Batesy.
Executive?
Well, yeah, you weren't here for the executive decision, but me and Ainsley made the... Ainsley did. I said, I don't know if we have the money in the bank and all that, and she just said, no, you got to do it. So you paid for it.
Yeah, well, thanks. Thanks, Ainsley. And I'm pretty
Sure, I'd still be on top for sponsorship stuff, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I've got it all tracked, don't worry.
Yeah.
Just delete that spreadsheet, please.
Don't worry, it's shared with me.
No, I think we did say on... they asked us in the press conference, but the biggest thing I think we wanted to invest back into a few people, and Batesy had a sponsor that was going to try and do this round and pulled out, and we thought we'd chip in and help him out and sponsor the car, and we obviously get a bit out of it as well, but we are looking at helping out more kids, I would say.
Yeah, we've got something in the works, but we just haven't quite ironed it out yet.
Yeah.
We want to do something probably a little bit bigger and help out, a young fella that really deserves it coming up through the ranks.
Yeah.
But we just haven't ironed it out how we're going to make it all work yet. But
where do I send my prop?
Yeah. Mate, you're actually still quite young. Actually, you probably fit in our window of age, but I don't know. Experience level, you're probably a bit above where we're looking.
Damn it.
But yeah, it was good to help out, obviously him. But yeah, definitely, like you say, we want to do something. We kind of want to support someone that it'd be cool to see him progress through. So we'll see what happens there. Oh, and we also had Cooper Barnes running the logo.
He did, yeah.
As I think that was one of the first.
Well, that was one of the first.
Sponsorship deals we done with the young fella. So he stayed true to his word, and we saw it on there. I was confused why it was still on his car, but I forgot the terms of his deal. So yeah,
We had to go back through the contract, didn't we?
yeah, we did have to go back through the Crown contract we sent him. But yeah, we just want to, we have our new merch range available as well. So we appreciate everyone that's gone in and bought it. Helps us support young drivers and keep the podcast up and running. Obviously, we rent out these massive studios. They cost a lot of money.
We're extremely professional as well, so that costs. But I guess we're gonna we'll get into the weekend, and it ended up being a fast one, but it was a bit different this weekend. I kind of had a look in the two 25-minute practices with a 15-minute break.
Yay or nay?
No.
No, yeah.
Nay, it wasn't bad, but it just, I don't know. It's good having that couple of hour break or an hour break between, so I can think.
It was that fast. You could only do like 3 runs if you did full laps. I was doing outs and ins, and I didn't even know how to do the last corner until qualifying.
Well, I did notice that. I was like, Brody's not even putting lap times down, so you were just going out past in.
Yeah, just literally out past it in.
Yep.
Yeah, because I was like, well, I wanted to get changes in, but you really can't. And then, to be honest, they put the 15 minutes in the middle to help rookies out, but I think it actually makes it harder, to, I guess try help them, because I'm out of the car for like 15 minutes and I'm trying to obviously help Rylan, and then you're out for like five minutes and you're sort of back in again.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
It was sort of pointless.
Well, we generally try help him at the latest with 5 minutes to go. So by the time you're out of your car and talk to your engineer, you've got 7 minutes. There's no time.
If I'm a fan and I wanted to come, you'd probably want a bit of time between sessions, I think, to come check it out. Then I can hang out for 3-4 hours. You know what I mean? But if it's just for 50 minutes, it's quite short and sharp. But even I feel like with this cyclone coming, there was a lot of talk Thursday night. Should we race? Should we do a qualifying and try and get some more stuff out of the way? But we just stayed the same. I don't know. I would have liked to done a quali maybe on Friday, but
I think I actually asked about that. I was like, what's the biggest hurdle? And I think it was maybe the local government that could have been the biggest hurdle for it all, or maybe TV or something. But yeah, it was. I think the motorsport guys in supercars were ready to go, ready to race Friday or race Saturday. But I think there's obviously some other obligations that they have to sort of try and meet, or something like that's maybe a little bit more complicated. But maybe for future, maybe they can put stuff in to help fix that and give them more autonomy to do things like that. Because obviously, we couldn't race today because there was a cyclone coming, and then I woke up this morning thinking my room was going to be flooded, and I was going to going to have to get my canoe and paddle the way back to Auckland. But it's it hasn't rained.
Yeah, no, it's been ridiculous.
It's just sprinkling.
The one thing, I guess there is all the TV stuff and that, but the thing I took away from it, how easy would it be to do 2-day weekends in a bit of a way?
We did, remember, I think it was my first year, 2022, we were doing the 2-day weekends Tassie and that.
Yeah, I just think that Friday, we were literally sitting around all day and did our two 25-minute practices, which were pretty much the 50 minutes. How easy would it have been? And that if we ran that at 10 a.m. in the morning, we could have done qualifying and a short race that day, and then done exactly what we did on Saturday. And I think doing that, it'd give the fans so much action who come, because not a lot of people I find come out on a Friday really. If it's Townsville, Darwin, anything like that, a lot of people are working, or they travel up to the event Friday afternoon. My family always fly in Friday night. If you could condense the weekend into Saturday, Sunday, there'd be so much action.
Yeah, well, it used to be sort of like that back in the day where we did less races on the weekend, but they were longer.
Yep.
But obviously that was pre-Gen 3, where there was so much field spread, and the races were quite boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
But now our 200k race, there was 5 people that could have won that race at any time, to be honest.
Yeah.
How close
it was. Good.
So I don't know, maybe we need to experiment with, like you said, doing a 2-day weekend and just having 2 long races or 2 qualies and trial that. I don't really know.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I think the other thing, going back to the practice sessions, is that it's bloody hard for the rookies, because I think a lot of people wouldn't realise, but I think in the first session we got 2 laps in our first outing, and then 1 lap. So the first session you're doing 4? Was it 4 flying laps? 5 flying laps? We did roughly.
Probably, yeah.
Roughly, and then the second session did we do 3 flying laps, 3 outings of 1 lap each?
Yeah.
So you've literally done 8 laps, 8 flying laps on a track for rookies that you don't know.
Yep.
And the weirdest thing is that our first lap was a 28.0, our fastest lap for the... So my first lap was a 28.0. My fastest lap for that session was a 27.6. So for all of us, we're really within 3 to 4 tenths of our fastest
pretty
lap
much,
of the session on our first lap of the day.
Yep.
So I think it's quite hard for
God, you're
rookies... Oh, thank you. I was
He's
waiting
just
for one of you
pumping
guys to say
himself
it.
up,
No, I was saying all of you guys were the exact same. We're all in the same realm.
I think Brock and I are a little bit better, actually.
Oh, right. Well, there we go. Far out. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're a rookie, I think it's very hard showing up to new tracks with the limited practice to actually...
I'm going to throw another curveball in there.
Okay.
What about the limited practice and then swapping to a completely different tyre?
Oh,
For the first
Your
qualify.
first lap of qualifying.
that even caught me out.
Did you guys well, actually, I don't know how, but my first run was unbelievable.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
how.
was.
I literally come across the line and I thought it was the worst lap ever, and George is like, "Oh, you're on pole by like 4/10 at the moment."
Did
I'm like,
you?
Sweet, this is like 2023 all over again.
I thought you did a warming lap, but did you push on your first lap and then button off?
No, I made a mistake.
Oh, where at?
I wasn't that far into the lap. It was turn 2. I completely missed turn 2.
Well, Brock missed turn 1 in front of me. I just see him
full locked
brake,
up.
full lock on the super soft, and I'm like, oh, these things mustn't have as much grip. So I brake a little bit early there, and then at turn 2, I just go wide as well, and I'm like, far out.
I was actually like turn 1. I somehow fluked it on my first lap, and I was like, I'm on the outside. I was up like a tenth from my soft run from practice. I'm like, oh, this thing feels alright. So I've gone to go hustle into 2 and just completely almost ran off at like a 3. I was so far off. I'm like, George, I've got to go again. Like I was panicking. And then he's like, oh, everyone's like 4/10 off. Don't worry, it's all good. Just go again. You know, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I couldn't. It doesn't feel like a super soft, does it? Like for one lap.
It's been a long time since we drove it, but it was slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you jump on the soft, like it had so much grip compared. You just hook in, you're just like, oh, it turns.
Yeah.
When you jump on the soft though, you're like, oh, I'm going to be on pole because you have that much grip. And then
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, you're P7. You're like, damn it, everyone must be good. But yeah, I don't know. The super soft, I didn't expect it to be so far off. That was really weird.
Yeah, and then how about the limited tyre sets too? The 2 sets, like once again, second year for me, where I've got through on one set and just had a free pole.
Well, that's what we spoke about. If you had a really good first run, you'd sit. But unfortunately, no one else really did apart from you. So
Yeah.
then you're able to sit, and then that pretty much guaranteed you pole for the first race. Like once we got through and we knew that you were the only one with greens for the second run of quali, it's like, okay, well, Brody's got pole. It's pretty much for us to try and get on the front row so we can battle off there. So
Yeah, you guys had good reruns though.
yeah, Brock's
Yeah,
was
I
really good.
got reasonably close. Like, and I
Also-
had a run off. I dropped the wheel at 9. I come over and I'm like 10th and a half off. I'm like, geez, pretty happy
Do
with
you
that.
reckon, this is what we were discussing, do you reckon you cruised a bit though because you knew you had greens?
Yeah, I cruised and I only did 1 lap as well, which I think it needed 2, like probably maybe a warming.
Yeah, okay.
I think, yeah.
And you ran straight at the start of that
I ran
quali.
straight at the start, yeah.
Yeah. So would you change anything now, knowing everyone was, like, you still got pole, but, like, there was a couple more tenths in it, I'm guessing?
To be honest, it's probably what helped. Like, obviously I won that race, but I reckon, because I had like 3 laps less on my tyres,
Yeah.
I reckon it actually gave me a huge advantage in the race.
Oh, 100%.
Because I did 2 reuse runs in that qual.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
saved my 1 hits for the last run, but then
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the time we got into
we
the
spoke
race.
about like if we got through, we'd like minimise laps, like just in because that tyre, like the Deg is obviously 3 times worse than
Yeah, I
the
reckon.
soft tyre.
I probably would have had you if mine hadn't got 2 hits on them.
I think you
That was
still
where
got-
all my dead came from.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's going into race 8. I guess the grid was you're on pole, Brock second. Who was third? Payne. And then
you.
I was 4th. So that's a pretty cool lineup there, actually. That's you had Woody and Chaz somewhere in there. They weren't far
Yeah,
off,
everyone
were
was
they?
pretty close. And to be honest, I thought you were starting second and you were starting 4th.
Oh, right. Is that why you ran him so wide at turn 1? You thought it was me?
Sort of.
The worst thing about 1, when you're starting 4th, is you guys went in, but you went so far past the corner, I had nowhere to go. I'm not even getting run off by anyone. I'm just having to
Running
head
the high
for the
line.
marbles. I'm just running the high line. But the first lap, watching it back, looked pretty interesting. Woody got into Kai.
It was actually pretty dicey. And obviously, Kai copped a lot of damage that race. And obviously,
Yeah.
he pretty much finished, I think he finished last in that race or down the back.
I don't think it was from Woody. Wasn't it when Kai coming back on somebody?
Kai got hit
Him
by
and
everyone.
Cameron got into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And
So,
broke- did he steering or something?
so he did steer. Did he get back out?
Yeah, he did. Well, he did, but I think well, I don't know if he was bent the steering the whole race, but he said like his steering was like upside down pretty much. So the tie rod just got bent from, once again, wheel to wheel.
Wheel
Just
contact.
another ripper.
Yeah. So pretty much, I guess, running through that race, we all got even starts. It was top four.
I had a good
that was
initial, and then I spun going over the late thing, and he got like almost.
I was so close.
You were close, and I was like literally looking, and I'm like not even looking at the braking zone. I'm like, I'm not braking till he brakes.
Oh, and I thought I had pain. I like took off, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got a good start. And I'm moving over the left, and then I noticed he actually got the exact same start. I'm like, oh bugger. But yeah, that so we're pretty much the all of us after the first lap were same top four. We're in the same position order. But my thing was actually pretty good at the start. Like you weren't actually pulling away.
I didn't know how hard to push.
Yeah, right. So you're backing everyone a bit.
Well, I didn't really know because it was like, I remember that tyre from last year, I sort of like let Chaz go like 4 seconds and then I passed him. Like I caught him in 3 laps like last year because his tyres just cliffed. And I was really worried like that was going to happen. And then Brock was right behind me pushing me. So I'm like, oh, I really have to like just do enough to stay in front. You were really fast like into 1. And yeah, turn 1 and 2 and 3, you were really good at the start for the first couple of laps, and you would like
get 4 laps.
Yeah, for about 4 laps, and then I got like a safe gap, and then you got close behind Brock, and then it griefed him with the diffuser.
Yeah, I was able to get Matt. I was pretty good at turn 11. I actually had pretty good grip everywhere at the start of all those stints. So or those 2 stints. So I was able to get Matt, and then I thought I had a little bit more pace than you.
Yeah.
You were pretty good later in the stints though.
Oh, not in the Supers. Not in the Supers.
No, he was
different race, man. Different race.
Yeah, he was really. Sorry, you must still need to go to the medical.
Yeah. Who was coming then? I think maybe Payne then wasn't too. Did Payne get past you?
Wood.
Oh, Woody. Yeah,
Woody
no,
was
but
good at the
Payne,
end. Not in the first stint, because that's when my engine died and those 3 passed me. But you 2 had checked out a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you got past him, you were pushing quite hard to get to me. Because I remember looking back and seeing your headlights. Like, because you flashed your headlights a couple of times. And I started laughing in the car. I'm like, this... And I could see his front wheels through turn 9, like, just darting. And he would flash before 11, going to 11. And I started laughing inside the car. I'm like, this goofball is going to...
This gets even worse. This gets way worse. He comes in and he's like, what are you bloody doing flashing me out there? And then Jackson Walls comes up to me and gets up me for flashing him as well. So it turns out, Brock's trying to pass me in the last race and I'm sort of blocking a bit. And then he gets past me and he's way faster. And then I start flashing him. So why is this guy flashing me?
So I'm on the way into turn 11 and he starts flashing me. So stuff, I'm gonna drop the hammer. And I literally put like 3 tenths on you in one corner.
The problem is that, I don't know if it's in the config, but my Natsoft lever flashes my lights, it turns out.
Your Natsoft lever?
Yeah, you've got the same thing.
What's a Natsoft lever?
Whatever it is, I've got the same. I've already, like the time gain loss to car in front and that.
Oh, we don't have a button. We just have it on the dash all the time.
Yeah, so some people have it on. Some people have it different ways.
So you can flick it or whatever.
Yeah. Some people
Your
do.
Natsoft lever.
Yeah.
So
I'm like just driving away. I'm like, why is this guy flashing me?
Yeah, so I'm obviously just checking to see how far he is pulling away from me, and I'm flashing him at the same time. So he's like, why is he flashing me all the time?
I couldn't figure out why you're flashing me either.
I didn't know I was flashing anyone out there all weekend. We just worked it out today. So I'm flashing just randoms, just every spot, same lap, and they're pulling away from me. Like, flashing someone that's pulling away from you is pretty embarrassing.
That is really, really interesting. What was actually your engine issue in the first race?
I think like the throttle body or something. Like it just...
It's been a little bit of...
Lost track and died.
Did it to me in the second race.
Yeah, there's a few issues. I had it, I think the first round at Sydney last year where it happened to me and it died. And like in the pit lane, and I had no, like you lose all the pit limit and everything. It's really weird because like it has no pit lane control. So that happened in my first ever round in the Ford last year at Sydney. But
Yeah, so it was a weird, but yeah, it was a bit of a weird one because I don't know if it's that's an electrical thing, is it?
Well, the part that's getting used now is a pretty old part. They don't even manufacture them anymore. So I think T8 now as the HTs are trying to make it the same as the GM and the Toyota that go to the same spec throttle body, but they have to ask the other teams for permission to do it.
Oh, righto.
But I don't even think they can get that old throttle body anymore. But they still have to ask for permission. It's like a pretty big process.
The thing that makes you nervous during the race, and I'm sure Brock was the same, like it did it to me on Sunday in turn 7.
It's a safety issue.
It completely died, and I'm like trying to get it back going before Brock gets close enough to me, otherwise I'd have to pull off. But problem is that generally a fault doesn't just fix itself. Like it usually keeps on progressing. So I was like, how many more times is this going to happen to me throughout the race?
But did you see Brock move out the way?
Oh, I'm surprised Payne didn't get you.
Yeah.
You moved over though, did you?
As soon as it happened, I just darted hard right and pulled off.
When I watched that and I saw it happen, I went far out. Like, this guy must have some free mental capacity to do that. Like,
yeah, I don't.
like most other drivers would just get rear-ended because they'd be like, "What's going on?"
yeah, that's actually a good point.
No, like it's a good.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
Meanwhile, I've just like backed it into that corner, had about the world's biggest drift.
Yeah, you've crashed the whole way in.
Maybe I've just tank slapped it off the track or something.
It was actually that race, like your thing just would not deg. Like I would get like 10 laps into the stint and Andrew's like, you sure we can hold this pace? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm looking after tyres. I'm on the same pace as Brody. And then all of a sudden I would just cliff and you would get going. But turn 11, I just like backed in there one lap and I'm like, oh no, I sprayed it in second. I went off.
I saw the dirt. Yeah.
2 wheels off into the dirt. Luckily, didn't go through the gravel, came back on. I was like, oh, I've just thrown away a second place. But you break in there too deep and you just... And most cars had it, but to be honest, the only ones that probably didn't have it in that race were you and Woody.
Yeah, I knew going into that race, I thought like our car was going to be really good on that tyre, just with, I still have a really good feeling on that tyre. And like after the quality runs, I was like, oh, the car feels good. So, but after that race, I was really nervous about the next race. And we like tried to make changes to fix it, but we couldn't get on top of it, obviously. But yeah, like the deg numbers were insane.
Oh, we were doing like 32s or something.
Yeah, I was still doing 30s.
Yeah.
Or 31.
No, that'd be right.
31s or 32s?
And what,
like 6 seconds.
We qualified, so you qualified at 25.8.
Nah.
One of them, wasn't it?
Nah, 26.
26.
No, somebody popped in. Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was on the soft.
That was on
I
the
think.
soft.
Oh, that was on the soft. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I'm not that good, but yeah.
That's still 5 seconds difference from
I
qualifying
know, but
to race.
how's for people, I guess, watching at home, so we're doing 29 sevens on average, probably on the soft tyre. And then on the super soft, like half the field was in the 32s and 33s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think the worst thing is that when you don't have a car that's like... Our car was actually quite good and, I guess came second, you had a good race. But for people in like 15th and back who don't have well-balanced cars, it is like the hardest thing to look after tyres and actually be competitive on a track that has this amount of deg. Like here or Sydney, you can do whatever you want and it's so hard.
Yeah.
But no, was this the race that Waters and Heimgartner got into it?
Yeah, it's down the list a little bit.
There was some fighting words there, wasn't there? There was,
Yeah, scroll down. It's under
Scroll down. I think we've got this in the wrong order here because Brody didn't run long in this one, did he?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah. I ran 3 laps longer than you.
Oh, and this... Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no.
you just had the...
I did a little bit of a slow stop, which almost caused a bit of a drama,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
wouldn't have mattered anyway.
When you were coming out of the pits, I'm like, oh, they've stuffed this up. I might be able to have a crack at you. I was trying to hitch it turn 5. I was trying to take a bit of air off your rear diffuser. I was like, I'll get into his rear diffuser and bend this thing up. I just would have got more tyre deg if we ended up racing, and then I would have been under more attack by Woody earlier and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's probably for the best for you.
That was actually a pretty good race. This was the one we had an awesome, but you and Chaz first.
Yeah, that was when Woody was coming through.
Yeah, that was Walkinshaw and 888 still getting into it by the looks.
Yeah. I don't know. Chaz just speared wide. I was very surprised. He just ran wide at 11. So I just literally drove up. We like touched side panels coming out of 11. And then I'm just driving down in the middle of the straight and just got a huge thud in the side of the car. And I'm like, oh my God.
Do you reckon he thought you like doored, because you guys obviously met, but it was like wheel to wheel. Do you reckon he thought you doored him like harder than what it was?
Well, like, I would imagine he thought that I did him a bit rough or something there, but like, I don't know, when I watched the replay back, like, I've literally just drove up and we've touched, which of course you're going to touch at some point, but then, yeah, I had a big thud, and then I sort of moved back across and we hit again, but yeah, I don't know, it was decent.
I kind of love it though, because it's just great for TV. Like when we were watching it back in the in that green room
cool
after
room,
the
yeah.
cool room. I was like, this is awesome. You guys are just banging wheels the whole way down the straight.
Yeah, it's awesome until you hit rims.
Yeah.
Then we're both in the grandstands, but the door-to-door was okay.
I was literally looking in my rearview mirror going, oh my, like I could see it the whole way down the straight and I thought, oh, they're into it. And then
Yeah, no, it was pretty big. It was a big whack inside the car.
Yeah.
Like, the wheel gets ripped.
I
But
thought
anyway.
Then Woody got you guys pretty quick because of that.
And then I think 11 the next lap. I actually, like, if I knew he was going to be that fast, like, I don't know what I could have done. Tried to slow him down a bit more. He literally just drove out and just, like, cleared me straight away.
I thought that he pitted like 4 or 5 laps later and had better tyres than us. He pitted on the same lap as us. He just had crazy good deg. And
He
then
was super fast in that one.
they were like, Woody will get to your last lap. And then I was like, I could tell him degging. And then it's like, yeah, he's going to get to your second last lap. And I'm like, oh no, how am I? And I just had that thing, like, I think we have got a little bit of a rivalry going there. And I'm like, I'm not letting him go. There's no way he's getting past me. So turn 11, I just had to make sure he was on the outside every lap. Because I'm like, if he cuts, but you had to do the little, like, I kept seeing him try to switch me back. So I just kept slowing down more and more. Because I'm like, if he switches me back, he's gone. So I was like, has to be on my outside at all times.
But I actually really enjoy, like, those races. Like, I enjoy racing, like, when I'm racing, like, Brock, you, Woody, Chaz, Cam, or, like, there's probably, like, 10 of us that have, like, a pretty high racing IQ. And, like, we all know what we're going to do, right? Like,
you got it.
To a point. So, like, I was laughing because Woody went on the outside of you twice, right?
Well, I did the old SVG trick of from turn to 9 to 11 just rolling out to 50% throttle so that he had no choice. I'm like, he's going to either have to push me the whole way in or he's going to have to go to the outside. But he nearly went around me.
I liked how you're having fake wobbles mid-corner. You were literally, it was like a
Were they fake?
They were genuine. The first one was a little bit of fake wobbles.
What the hell? Are you kidding me? There was like a salt and pepper shaker in there. You were wanking that wheel so hard.
No, the first one was a little bit of but the second one, he nearly went around the outside so far that I had to brake deeper and my car couldn't do it. I've got the rears locked and I'm like, oh no, I'm just going to actually take him out accidentally. And then on exit, I was like, yeah, you're not having this one. But he was quite funny after the race. He was like, that was actually cool racing.
Yeah, it's a good race.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, it was funny. I got out and I was watching as you got on the podium and he was like coming up to congratulate you. But they've got this new thing where they put mics on you. And the lady was like running up to him in a high vis to hand him a mic. I thought she was like thinking you two were going to get into it. She's like run up chasing Woody to give him this new mic. And I'm like, oh my God, they're going to punch on you. For
the cool room.
Yeah, but it's just the mic for the cool room. I'm like,
But he is. You're like, this is going to be good.
Do you reckon we'll ever see like a fight again?
Nah, everyone knows that you're just getting too much trouble.
Yeah, like
It's just one of those things
the police step in or the...
Well, you just get
fire.
sponsors, the teams, you'd get banned for a while and you can't really have any rounds off. So as much as it'd be...
You're not going to blow. Like, you're definitely not going to have a punch on, but
Like
there'll be big words at some point.
Somebody's got to get into
the
it.
closest thing we've ever seen to like any altercation was literally like Thomas, Dutto, and then Frosty and Barry. Remember that?
Yeah, I was pretty irate over there with that as well. But it's not really something you just... I don't know. Someone might let their emotions get ahead of them one day. Who knows? I'd definitely watch it. I don't want to be involved in it, especially if it's some big bloke, you, Chaz, I don't know, someone like that. But no, that was an action-packed race. That was actually, I watched that back on TV and I had to watch it back on YouTube. KO doesn't work over here. I've just worked out.
You got to turn your Wi-Fi off. If you use it with data,
Yeah,
it works.
you just roam. You just got to roam, mate.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
there we go. So watch that back. But that was an action-packed race. Really good racing, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, the Heimgartner and Waters clash.
I didn't think anything of it watching it, but I don't know if I saw it all. Like, I didn't think Hype Gardner just took him out, though. Like, he just broke around the outside, didn't he? Or was there something before that?
There's always a lead up to something.
Yeah.
Generally,
What did you think about Cam's B-grade driver comment?
probably just frustrated with the performance on the weekend, mainly. I would say.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Just people throwing chat. I love seeing
Yeah,
a lot
like
of chat.
he obviously doesn't care, right? He's just he does care, but he's like, he's just speaking his mind,
Yeah.
which everyone's entitled to have their own opinion, and I guess he thinks, yeah, if you're down there, you're the B grade. Which that means all last year you were a B grader.
I did say to him, I saw him at the pub just before I was having a feed, and I'm like, can you please let us know what you rate us in drivers? Are we a B, C, A?
And so what did he say?
No, he didn't actually tell me. I think he might have thought I was a B and didn't want to tell me. But no, that was good. And then we went on to qualify. Oh no, we'd already qualified for the second race. Yeah.
Do you need another IV?
No, I always
bag or
forget
something?
this. I'm thinking about other weekends. Yeah. No, we'd
What
already
other
qualified.
weekends are you thinking about?
I don't know.
Mate,
other
we're sitting
weekends.
in your hotel and freaking watching.
A cyclone.
Yeah, there's not. Oh, it's starting to rain more actually. Wonder if old mate's still out there on his jet ski. We just looked outside the hotel and meant to be a cyclone. Old mate's just cruising around on his jet ski. But so we'd already obviously qualified for the second race of the weekend, and it was pretty good qualifying for myself. I qualified second, so I was pretty happy. Where'd you guys all end up, actually?
I like how you're bringing this up just because you qualified well. But before we go into qualifying and talking about how good you are again, we've got to thank our partners and sponsors. So Lancaster Motor Group is your go-to destination for a brand new or pre-owned vehicle or expert servicing and parts. They deliver across multiple brands. So go on there and mention that the Lucky Dogs have sent you and you'll get a free merch pack. And you'll also go on the draw to win a hot lap with Will or myself. And if you get your car serviced or buy a new or used car, so head over to lancastermotors.com.au.
And our other sponsor that helps bring the podcast is KMC Wheels, which is Wheel Pros Australia. It's home to brands like Fuel, Off-Road, KMC, Rotiform, and American Racing. Pretty much they have a wheel for any of your cars. If you've got a sports car, an off-road car, anything in between, the team at Wheel Pros Australia can help you out. So make sure you head in and check them out or check them out online. But another thing they're doing right now is they're doing a giveaway, which includes a Hoonigan bag, KMC Wheels hoodie, a signed replica NASCAR diecast from me, which is actually probably one of maybe 6 or 7. So pretty cool to try and win that one. So head to our Instagram to enter and also visit wheelpros.com.au to find out the perfect fit for your car. Yeah, so back to my qualifying performance.
Yeah.
Now we've got the ads on the road. I qualified second.
Oh, a blind squirrel can find a nut every now and then.
That's pretty good, actually.
What was he like?
You were pretty excited, weren't you? I think you were
close to
pretty
pole
excited.
again.
That's
Imagine
just like,
we got
I
pole.
nearly got pole. Like,
I would have been that pumped up.
I
because
nearly got pole.
I would have been matching Brock in poles for the year. I literally walked in the garage like, you see that? I nearly got pole. It doesn't take much to get me excited, to be honest. But yeah, I was pretty happy with that run because I nearly didn't make it through. I ended up.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened that run. I just didn't feel like I had the grip, and I was like, well, I don't know if it was my switch from super soft to soft. I just didn't get on top of it quick enough. But I ended up 10th, and I was like, I thought we were getting knocked out, and our radios weren't working very well, or like where you position where you are. So I'm like, I saw I was 10th early. Like people were still finishing their lap, heaps of people. So I'm like, I'm knocked out for sure. I'm asking Andrew, I'm like, what am I? What am I? And like he gets the shits because I just keep asking, but he couldn't actually talk to me with the way the radios was. So I didn't know until I got back to the pits that I actually made it through.
That's a horrible feeling.
How scary is it? When
It's
you're
the
like,
worst.
you
The
come
worst
across and you're
feeling
8th and you're like, oh my God, I'm out.
Yeah, but you're just waiting, and you're like, you know it's going to come.
know it's coming,
You know it's going to come. Sorry, mate, we're out. Yeah. And you're just like, it's the most sinking feeling. But yeah, I was so lucky to be 10th, and then came through and had a pretty good run, ended up second, and you were third?
3rd and 4th.
Yeah, you and I had a really good first run on the second part.
Yeah, we were
you're-
both. We had a decent gap.
Yeah, you
And
were
then
first and I was second. Then our second
We
runs
just didn't
were-
improve.
I don't know what happened, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't.
Well, he was right in front of me. Did you go later?
I went at the very end.
Yeah. So,
Maybe one car
I reckon there was
behind
like seen on the track or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I was okay until 11. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just...
I don't know, it's a bit of a flow track. Like you muck up one corner there. Like you make a little mistake into 2, that hurts 3, 4, and then kind of it just keeps flowing on. So I'm not sure. I'm not saying you guys made a mistake, but you might have. But
But if it's a flow track, you're stuffed.
Yeah.
I was out there just flowing. You should have seen me. But no. So that was all right. That was a cool top 4 again. That was pretty good. You're 5th. Obviously, Woody got pole.
4th.
I was 4th, mate.
Were you 4th in that one?
Yeah, I was outside.
Oh,
I wish I
you
was
were
5th.
too. Yeah, I did say that, 5th on the inside.
Yeah.
And that's when we all just drove off identical.
We all, yeah, that was the race. It was all the same, and everyone actually like it just all slotted. Because I'm like, like a 4th on the outside here is just not like, because I'm like the pole car's gonna shuffle the outside car.
Yeah.
So then like you're gonna be stuck there, and I'm gonna be stuck behind you, and then I've got Chaz behind me, and then I've got all this other stuff that's going on through my head. And then it all just like was all the same. And then we all went through turn 1, like all nicely. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I know. Well, my problem was I obviously raced Woody pretty hard in the first race. And then I looked at the thing and I'm like, I'm going to start on the outside of the next race. I was like, this isn't very good. And I'm joking. I was like, oh, we'll race real fair in this one, hey? And he's like, oh, yeah. And then they're doing like a team huddle. Before I went in and got in on their team huddle, I was giving them a pep talk as a joke. But yeah, I actually thought I got a pretty good start. I'm like, I've got him here. And then I look and it was just literally identical. But yeah, that wasn't a crazy. The first couple of laps wasn't really that crazy in that race. For
to
us.
be honest, nothing like
There was like
there wasn't that much happening. Well, from our up the front, there was
there
nothing
wasn't-
really happening.
that was like, did you have a chance early on to have a movement, Woody?
No, I think I was faster than him early on. My car was good at the start, and I don't know how much he was looking after it. But did you see me have a crack at 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started to. Well, I think I was looking after it. Like I was looking after the car, but then even while I was looking after it, I noticed that I was coming at him a little bit. So I'm like, well, maybe I should do 2 push laps and see if I can get him. And then if I can get him, then I can be in the lead, cool the tyres down and all that. But I think he was pretty onto that I was fast around turn 8 because he started covering across into 9 before I even pulled out. So I should have actually just not gone for it there. But everyone's smart enough now, as you said. We're racing all guys that are smart that if I didn't get him there, it's hard to get anyone at turn 11 because he's going to block. He's not silly. And then gets the exit. Where else do you have a crack? You're just trying to set him up for turn 5. And to be honest, he was pretty good out of 1 and through 2. And I was a bit better through 3, but I just couldn't get close enough for 5. So had to go there and didn't get it. But I felt like my car was good in this race, but we were slow. We were slow in the pits. We had a bad fuel flow in the first one, lost 2 seconds. And then just trying to play catch up, we pitted 2 or 3 laps before most other people, about 15 laps before you. I think you thought it was a one-stop race. But yeah, I don't
Sorry,
know.
how many laps did you lead?
Did you lead any races in this? Oh yeah, you did because you were just out there driving around.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's what I thought. I've led way more laps than you this weekend, buddy.
That's right. But yeah, so I don't know. I was a bit disappointed with 4th, to be honest. I think we had a bit better car than that, but 2 seconds in the pits right now is actually a fairly big loss. Like I would have come out in front of Chaz and pretty close to Woody in that last stint.
Yeah, it was actually because Brock and I were actually on the same strategy. Basically, like Brock was 2 to 3 laps offset from the guys in front, and then I was 2 laps offset from Brock.
Yep.
So that was like basically the gist from what was going on from us. So this middle stint, Brock was ranging up on the guys in front, but Chaz was so fast in the middle stint from when he pitted early. So he must have had like those first like 10 laps where he just like made heaps of ground, and then by the time like we were going to get there, we just plateaued. So
Yeah.
we just flat.
He was fast. He was really fast in that second stint.
The
Yeah.
second stint he was ridiculously fast.
He just does that sometimes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, because you're saying in the presser, he's like, then I just went out in the third stint and just had nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
but he pushed that hard out of the pits
Yeah.
in that 3rd stint. Like, he was gone out of the pits. So, I think it was but yeah, he caught me so fast. And then I was able to sort of plateau, but then, well, we didn't pit. We pitted with like 18 laps to go, so I thought we'd be all right. But once again, because my first stop, the fuel flow was so slow, we didn't get as much fuel in as them. So Chaz jumped me, and I thought we'd stay ahead of him. And then, yeah, Brock came out of the pits actually in front of me, but you just
steered
all
off.
gone at 2.
Did you flash him?
Yeah, I flashed him into 2
No.
and he lost it.
He started flashing me after I passed him. I'm pulling away and he just keeps flashing me every lap. Jackson was flashing me as well. Jackson pulled over so we'd lap him and he's just like flashing us down the back straight.
I actually almost had an airplane crash with Jackson.
Oh, yeah, he
yeah.
said this.
Yeah, so because when it started raining, we stayed up for 2 extra laps, thinking maybe it might just rain and we might jag a wheel up. If not, we might lose like 1 spot. And so I come out like just in front of Jimmy, and Jimmy got me.
Whoa.
The sign's taking me up.
Oh, no.
Guys,
This
the
high-end
studio's falling apart.
We didn't want to rip the gym rock off the wall, so we're back.
Okay, lucky dog's is back in action. So I come out just in front of Jimmy, but Jimmy got me because I was just like, he just got on my bumper in a couple of good spots and got by me. And then, so I was trying to get back by him again, and he lost the rear into the last corner. And then so he's wide out of last corner. And then, so I had to run on him, and then he dummied across the front straight, and Jackson was parked at turn 1, stopped on the inside because his studs had fallen out of his upright. And then Jimmy pulled back across like last minute, and I've gone, oh, I'm like in the car, I'm like, oh, you know, like I'm just like like I'm about to have the biggest airplane crash. I've panic braked, I've locked all fours, like, and lucky Jimmy had like enough awareness, like to where he was like moved out of the way. And so then I like almost took Jimmy out, and then let Jimmy back go again, and then passed him like a lap later. But
So did Jackson drive it back to the pits? Did he?
yeah, apparently, yeah.
Yeah, right. Because I didn't even notice that anything even happened there. Did we see him?
I saw him just go flat out across to the last corner. He just cut the whole track.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, we just saw him when he came back out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He
I
came
didn't
out just
see
in front
him
of us.
run off or anything like that. But that, to be honest, that was actually, once again, pretty long race and pretty tight at the end there. Like, you weren't, like, between us four, there wasn't a huge, like, even Payne. Like, what was the field spread between first and probably fifth? It probably would have been 6, 7 seconds.
I wasn't even that far off the lead with, like,
No.
I was like 2 seconds or a second and a half off Payne, and we, like, griefed the strategy a little bit. But it's still, like, these races now are so tight.
Oh, and like there's like there's always like 6 or 7 guys that could win, so it's actually pretty hard for that. But one thing was yours and Chaz's battle. That was cool. I was watching that back. Well, when you were getting to him, I was like a little bit struggling out there with my tyres, but I'm like, I know these two are going to have a battle. I might get a podium. I might get a podium here, and then I was just saw grass and stuff everywhere. I'm like, what's happening?
Mate, I was in the middle of the paddock for a couple of seconds.
Well, that was a pretty good move though, in the 2.
Yeah, well, I'm like coming up, and I'm like, at the time, like if Chaz pulled out, you know, like if I got Chaz super easy, I would have had a shot at Woody because he was only like half a second up the road. But I'm like, he's going to play the big team game, you know, like he's going to race me pretty hard. But I literally got to him at the last corner, and then I've come out of 1, and I was like in his rear bar, and I'm like, well, he's probably not going to expect this. So I just drove up the inside, and we made a bit of contact, and then at the left he kept going straight, and we just drove. I'm in the 4 wheels in the grass, and then propped him up at the next corner and got going. But yeah, obviously that gave Woody a bit of thing, but it was fun. Someone's got to create some entertainment.
Yeah, it was awesome. I couldn't believe that you were able to prop him up at turn 4 though when you're in the grass. I was like, oh, you're just going to keep going here.
Yeah.
Were you just waiting for him to just tag your rear bumper and then just take...
Mate, I came into turn 5, and I'm like, you know, when you pass Chaz, he's going to hit you in the next corner.
Yeah.
And I'm like just waiting for my neck to go through the back of the seat. But then I come out of 5, and I'd pulled like 2 car lengths, and then I come into 7 and just spear off into the marbles, and I'm like, oh my God. So then he comes back out on my rear bar, and I got through 11 fine and pulled away, but I've survived all that and then like spear off at 7.
I can't remember where I saw him lock a front trying to get to you. Like it must have been turn 7. I just saw him pitch a front, and I was like, oh, he's trying to get back to him, to the rear bar. But you guys have had some pretty good races. Like we're ending up to just be around Walkinshaw a lot.
I know, it just keeps happening at the moment, but it's good. It creates like, obviously there's a lot of talk behind the scenes, but we always just end up on track together.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you end up with those 6, whatever how many it is, guys up the front. You know, probably like 7 out of 10 races, you're pretty similar guys.
But yeah, I know, a lot of people are talking up, but there is that little bit of rivalry, I'll say, because every time everyone races each other different out of those 4, a little bit. Yeah. Like, it's straight away, like, it's not just a pass. They've got to run into each other. And I'm not saying I don't do it either. Like, me and Woody were getting into it, but the racing is always exciting when it's one of us.
It was like what Chaz, when he said to you on the pre-grid, he goes, I saw you how you race, Woody. He's like, you F with the bull, you get the horns this race, mate.
He's like, I'll see you out there. I was like, too easy, bring it. Like, joking around. But I knew that he was going to bring it if we needed to. But it's I reckon it's cool. Like, even between all of us, you know, when you put the helmet on, that it's going to be an exciting race when they're around. Where I feel like sometimes you would have probably not, I'm not going to say you would have let people pass, but when people are faster and you know they're going to get you anyway, you don't make it hard on them. But right now, seems like you're making it hard on each other.
Especially when you're going for, like, unlike for them, it would be their first 1, 2, there's
Yeah.
obviously a lot behind it, and I'm like, obviously, I'm going to try and spoil the party.
Yeah, straight away.
If you don't, the thing is, if I didn't probably get him there, you know where the move's going to come. You know what I mean? Like he's just gonna white line it and drag me back to you. So
To be honest, mate, you really didn't have a good weekend, so let's
yeah, I had a shocker apparently. So
Yeah, second and fourth, and you're
second
terrible,
and
aren't you?
fourth, yeah. So really
Well, where do you reckon you
disappointing,
lost it?
apparently. Not sure. Not sure where I lost it. Apparently, it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Got to pull my head out of the gutter.
How's Elliot's results been going lately, actually? I might have to have a look at those.
Who's that?
But, yeah, we'll check them out. But, no, overall, quite a... quite
Who'd you say?
Pardon?
Who'd you say?
Elliot.
Elliot who?
Oh, God.
Jeez, mate, this is bigger than the T8 Walkinshaw
that's
rivalry,
right.
the podcast rivalry.
Podcast rivalries are big.
Oh, sorry. Okay, now I know who you're talking about. I actually didn't know who. I was like, what? Who is Elliot?
Oh, God. How funny. But,
That's rude, guys.
yeah, sorry. I apologise. Yeah, that was about it. Your strategy? I don't know. How long were you going to run for out there?
I was meant to pit when the rain started, which would have put me like right behind Payne, and then not too far behind Brock and stuff. Like probably like 3 seconds behind
And you
him.
thought it might rain.
Well, it started like raining quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, oh, we'll just wait and hang this out. If anything, we might lose one spot. So if it rains, like does a magical rain, we'll win the race.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
it is
interesting.
what it is.
It's one of those things that you learn over your career. Like when we're driving so fast out there, is even a little bit of light rain looks like a lot of rain, doesn't it? Because it's hitting the windscreen so hard. You're like, oh, it's raining out there. But if you're standing in the pits, the ground's actually not wet. So like it was fair bit of water on the wind, like at windscreen at one stage, but it actually didn't affect.
It lasted
overall
like
grip.
one lap, but like 3 laps was the difference between me maybe racing you and Chaz. Like you definitely, but maybe Chaz was the difference was the 3 laps we stayed out.
Yeah.
That was it.
You lose a lot though. You would have been going 2 seconds laps though or something.
Oh yeah, so like you just lose heaps of time, and then I come out and then race Jimmy, and yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on. So
Yeah. No. Well, I think we nearly need to bring up Parity. I see. Was GM trying to get a change or something on the weekend? Chevy?
no, well that was rumored, but yeah, I guess Speed Cafe put an article out saying that the Parity's been triggered.
Oh,
So
There's
Toyota's
yeah.
they're things that they put in last year, well, end of last year, the Parity triggers. So the GM teams and the Toyota teams have triggered it, being that they're slow. So they.
how did Toyota trigger it when they won on the weekend? That's random.
Well, that's the thing. So, yeah, it's quite confusing. Obviously, there wasn't too much thought put into the process, but as far as I understand, it's just an investigation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they just go and
What
investigate.
do they investigate?
I guess they go back and look at the race results and see if freaking Toyota want to go, yeah, sweet. That's all right. And then they go, oh, those guys won the championship last year, so okay. And then the other teams haven't won a championship, so it's probably about right. I don't know.
I don't know how you give GM a leg up, to be honest. Like, not being rude, but who's gonna win there? Anton for GM?
Well, he won a race at the
Like,
start
yeah,
of the
but
year.
that's what I mean.
You know
Like,
what I mean?
Anton's probably the guy.
They've won a race, so I don't.
Yeah, they won Sydney.
They
They
were
won
very
race in
good.
Sydney.
Yeah.
So we got Parity. We're all happy with that. You happy with our process going forward?
What?
It's going to come though. Like really, it's going to get to a point where I'm sure they're going to kick off. But I feel like it's probably.
But what? Yes,
It's
I agree.
just
but
because they haven't won for. If they don't win for a few months.
this is going to be controversial. But you can't just give GM a leg up because the teams or the drivers aren't doing as good of a job right now. Like but you know what I mean. Like. Unfortunately, you know, Erebus haven't had the best run. MSR haven't. I'd say that Team 18 have probably stepped up more than I thought they would this year. Like they've done a pretty good job. But then also Premier have 2 rookies as well. So you got 2 of the teams got 2 rookies pretty much in both cars. Then MSR have a rookie and Jack, and then Team 18. Like you know what I mean. I don't even know how you work that out off on track performance.
I don't know. I guess they just got to do their investigation and get their
Does
magnifying
GM
glasses out and have a look.
Yeah, well, true. But does GM next year have to throw money at like a Tickford or a Groves? They've already thrown a lot of money at Groves employees, but at the team, I mean.
Yeah, but everyone's done that at some point in their,
Yeah.
like it's just how the system works,
But
right?
you know what I mean? Like GM probably need I don't know. See what happens. I won't ruffle too many feathers here, but
Yeah,
fair enough.
you tell us, how do you think they,
I don't know. I think
Mr.
you got to.
Entrepreneur?
I think you got to throw money at like Groves and try and get a team like that across.
Okay.
Personally,
Does
depends where
then-
Matt Payne's
yeah.
gone, I guess.
Yeah.
Where's Matt Payne?
To be honest, I'm not really too bothered what they do.
yeah.
So, predictions about the Toyota.
Yep.
We're a little bit off.
Yeah, we were a bit off there. I can't even remember what I said, but it definitely wasn't that they were going to win.
I think we said 6 months, yeah, but they've just rolled out New Zealand and just almost rolled in at 1-2.
Yeah. To be honest, I think it was fairly cool. I'll give him credit. Like Woody's home round, getting a pole and a win here would have been pretty special for him. So
100%.
I think that would have been. I reckon he'd be a bit hungover today.
No, he doesn't drink or do anything.
No, doesn't he? Okay,
No.
Well, he'd be feeling very good today. But no, I reckon that was cool. I think home, even on the cool down lap, you could see so many people cheering and all the stuff. So congratulations to them at the end of the day, and cool for Toyota. You saw Neil Crompton obviously do his speech. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Brock's not going to comment on this though. Let's just make sure. I'm joking.
Good job.
Good job.
Yeah, it is a good job and all.
No,
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
like
It
it's
is.
a new car, new whole thing, and
How cool is it though for other manufacturers, if there was any interest?
it's possible.
Now it's like, Toyota's actually come in and won in 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't spark interest.
But it obviously shows like they have a really good, like their team's really good at the moment, and they obviously did really good last year, and they've gone in and brought a new car in. Like the team does matter.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, some races are a little bit more of a fluke. Like they had everything on the weekend. They had tyre life. They were fast in qualifying.
Yeah,
like,
a whole
they
lot.
Did a pretty good job in the whole thing. It was interesting that they let. How did Chaz get undercut Woody though? That was random. 'Cause he wasn't even close.
But he was fast. Like, he drove up to you in that second
Yeah,
stint.
but I was like 2 seconds. I was like a
Do you know
second
who
and a half,
drove
2
up to the
seconds.
back of me the first in as well at the end?
Who?
Chaz.
Maybe he's a tyre whisperer these days. Maybe he's learned. Just looking after those things.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe. I think he was just fast.
Yeah, he was. But yeah, that was interesting. But I didn't expect him to undercut Woody. I didn't see that coming. I
No,
don't
when
think-
he got to the... I'm like, how did he end up?
I don't
in
think
the
Woody
lead?
expected
'Cause
it
in-
either.
Yeah, he said he was, like, blowing up on
Yeah.
the radio about it. Which you'd kind of get if you'd lead the whole race and then your teammate undercuts you.
Because he was like almost fast enough to do it.
To be honest, when Chaz let him pass, like, Woody didn't get going. Like, Chaz was on his bumper for like 2-3 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it took him a little bit, and then Chaz kind of let Woody go, Woody passed him, and then Chaz was still on him, the
Yeah.
whole time. But what did he say on his radio? He's like, I'm just gonna go fast out there, and Sam's like, that's not good for me. He was trying to get him to say.
The only way I drive this car is hard and fast, bro. And Sam's like, that doesn't sound good.
That
to
is
me."
such a random comment to make on the radio. Like, that's such a Chaz thing.
Yeah. If you want to hear random comments, just tune into mine. But yep. So obviously Woody got the win, Brock second, Chaz third, and you were still out there waiting to pit on that. Have you pitted yet, or are you still going?
No, I'm still going.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I saw the medics again. Yes, we did have that in here, and everyone's calling me a pussy online. But
I must say, when I came in, I heard you've gone to the medics. Are you serious?
no.
Mate,
and-
it was 15 degrees out there.
Oh, here we go. So let's just get this straight for a second. I didn't want to go to the medics or request to. They make you go. It's the same as a crash. So because they had it on TV, me trying to plug my cool suit in and saying I'm hot, because of the last round, I went out the back and I had ice. Like I just put some ice around my neck and all that sort of stuff. And then the medics came in and said, you have to go see the doctor. So I didn't want to go see the doctor. Like I didn't think I had to go see the doctor. I went up there and they gave me a bag of chips. That's what I got. So you think I wanted to go walk all the way up there for a bag of chips? I could have got a bag of chips in my bloody container.
So you got made to go see the doctor, and then, so what did they do when you got there?
Gave me a bag of chips. I'm not kidding. He said,
did they-
salt. I said, I wouldn't mind an IV when I'm here, actually, because that'd be nice, because obviously you're going to try and get that as many times as you can. But no, they don't give you any of that. He
Us
just said,
athletes don't really need stuff like that, mate.
he
to
just
get
said,
going.
water, take water, and here's a bag of chips. Don't drink too much. he say? Don't drink too much. I can't even remember. But alcohol. That was probably it. But yeah. So and then everyone online's like, "Oh, you're soft and all this." But yeah, I did not have to go see the medics at all.
Word teeted.
Oh yeah. Supercars put it up that I'll speak of that I was teeted, not treated.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nobody touched my teats while I was up there. But yeah, literally they just check I went up there, they checked my temperature, which was fine, and then they just say, do this, this and this, you're right to go. So I didn't need to go see them, but it is frustrating, to be honest, that because I was hot in there, like ours failed from lap 1, it got up to 35 degrees, and once again, like we've said on this, I would rather do the race with no cool suit, and we can't drain the water out of it. We're going to obviously find a way that we can in the future, but...
How about just get it working?
Well,
that helps.
That's a good point. But it is annoying because you still got hot in there. Like everyone's like, oh, it's 15 degrees outside. Yeah, well, it's still hot in our cabin. Plus you had a cool suit that's now a hot suit. It's not as much fun, but if anyone wants to come sit in a sauna with me for a while,
You're starting to sound a bit precious, mate.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure some guy in Excel's like, take your seat. He's sitting there with three race suits on, felt cool suit. He'd just be happy to be there.
I'm like annoyed. Yeah, you got a point.
I'm always that guy that puts your life into perspective, don't I?
Yeah, love it. Actually, hate hanging out with you, but that's all right. What do we have here? Podium and presser. Woody, Brock, and Chaz in the cool down room. What was going on there? I didn't see that.
Not
Did you guys
much.
talk? Not much. No talking.
No, we had a little chat, but
you did?
it was pretty
Pretty
quiet.
Straight to the point. Yeah,
Yep.
yep. That's fair enough.
not much race recapping.
Did you talk to Chaz about your race?
When I got in, I'm like, yeah, we sort of spoke about it. He was like he was like, oh, yeah, that was
Chaz.
cool.
Yeah, Chaz generally.
I'm like,
pretty
yeah,
good
no
about
worries.
He's pretty just blasé always. He's
Yeah,
just like,
no,
I'm
he's
just going to
fine.
race you hard, bro.
Yeah. Chaz, you always know he's going to race you hard, so at least you know what to expect. It's the ones that don't race you hard and then race you hard, you get confused. Did I annoy him recently? Yeah, that's what else? We're heading to Ruapuna. So we got I guess what are we all doing? So we've got today off, which just has been a chill day. The cyclone looks like it's actually coming in now. Old mate on his jet ski, I hope he got to where he's going.
I like how you guys are like looking out to the water like it's going to come from when it's a lake.
Yeah, it's
Well,
flying.
you can see the waves rolling
Yeah,
in.
it's building.
It's like 10 kilometres of wind at the moment. It's building up.
But
It's
yes.
not the ocean where the cyclone's coming from.
Yeah. So we got today off. Brock and I are off to Queenstown tomorrow morning. We're going to go down there for 2 days and chill out. And then we've got a Red Bull thing there on Wednesday, an activation. So that's our 3 days. And then we'll head to Ruapuna and get ready when the teams, I guess, are travelling down and setting up from Tuesday to re-prep the cars. Obviously
From Wednesday.
From Wednesday. Someone said Tuesday now they might be able to. Is that
Oh,
right?
maybe. It's the first I've heard of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do you need I was trying to work out as well. Do you need your passport to travel domestically?
Through New Zealand?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's good because mine's in the container. I forgot to pull it out, so I was hoping we don't get sent back to Australia. I forgot it.
Yeah, so imagine if they cancel next week's race and your passport's just on its way back home.
Yeah. I got back. I'm like, "Where's my passport?" And then I remembered I left it in my helmet bag, which is now in my car on the way to Ruapuna or wherever we're going.
So, you need your passport to travel domestically.
I'd be stuffed. I was a bit nervous about that last night.
No, I'm actually serious. I said no, just to see
No,
what
I
you'd say.
don't. I looked it up online. It said you should be right.
You should be right.
So yeah, what are you doing?
We head back to Auckland tomorrow.
Yep.
Which is Monday, and then we fly out Monday night to Christchurch, and then we just got a Tuesday off, basically, like Tuesday, Wednesday off. So basically, I think we're going go-karting tomorrow at Hamptons,
Oh,
our whole
right.
team.
Cool.
So when Mr. Ralph, one of our owners, just put a big wager up, we don't know what it is yet, but
Oh, really?
yeah, so that's going to be fun.
Do you get a handicap?
I'm actually just taking wagers to block and take people out.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, how good are hire carts? Oh, they're the best.
who owns the Hampton Downs hire carts?
Quinny would.
Is Quinny or not? I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think Quinny owns it.
Oh, does he? I have to make sure he doesn't ban me.
Yeah, that's
Think
right.
you'd be
Call him
right.
up and say, please.
What's a
I'll
fast card?
I'll pay for some new bumpers.
Yeah, get the best cart there.
Yeah, but and then we're probably just gonna go play golf on Tuesday if the weather's alright.
Yeah, right. Oh, that'll be nice.
Try to.
It's not bad at all. Try to play golf. What Ains? I guess we're on to our final, the Q&A.
Well, before that, what about the points now for the next round?
Oh, the points.
You're going to have more points there than Bathurst, is that right?
Yeah, 400 and something points.
50?
Wow, you'd want to have a good car at that joint.
There's 450 points on offer there.
It'll be
Yeah.
like
Holy.
450 or 420 or something. I don't know.
Imagine if you get taken out on the Friday and it like writes your car off for the whole rest of the weekend.
And it's
Possible.
Definitely 100% is possible.
Yeah. That would not be good.
Mate, don't.
I'm just starting to claw my way back out of the late teens. So
How far are you off the 10?
no, I'm ninth.
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
the 10. Come on, ninth.
Are you actually?
finals
Yeah.
bound.
I'm proud of you.
I'm hunting you guys. I still got a
B
fair way
grader.
to go. But no, my weekend got me ninth, and I think I'm only like 40 points off sixth.
Oh, congrats, mate. Welcome to the A graders.
So that's good. What are you still first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
just.
who's are you second?
I'm
now?
second.
Yeah, Brock's
like
second.
19 or 20 behind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah,
tight.
he's close. Like pretty good considering he had a pretty average weekend. Didn't him show up?
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's
Bad
actually
weekend.
pretty good. One thing that we haven't spoken about, that we have been talking about here, is the Jason Richards trophy. I think that's pretty cool. I think a lot of people I've been tracking that. I'm third in it.
I'd be like fourth. Would I be?
I think you're fourth.
Yeah.
Fourth.
Yeah, I'm
Brock's
second. Woody's first. So yeah,
Yeah.
it must be fourth.
Which I think
Must be pretty tight.
Yeah, I'd say it's
It
tight.
is.
I'm like 15 off Woody. So
Yeah,
it must
I think
be.
I'm only like 5 off you. It's pretty
Yeah.
tight between us all. I think a lot of people want to win this. Like for me, my engineer Andrew Edwards worked closely with him, so it's a massive thing for him to win. Woody, I'm sure being over here, being a New Zealander, he wants to. So it's a pretty cool thing that everyone wants to win. So something we're definitely all tracking going into Ruapuna.
I find it it's cool. There's it's like, what do they do? Not the Clash. In NASCAR, they have like that bracket race. Like, it's kind of cool. You got like a little championship within
There's a
couple
lot.
of weeks.
There's a lot riding on 2 weeks. I think it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over the two rounds.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, imagine if you only did 2 races this weekend, then they
And it
hand
was
out
decided.
the trophy.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah,
decided. It's
disappointing.
not
Yeah.
really enough.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that was interesting. But no, cool to see. I think after the weekend, yeah, no, I got lost. So yeah, let's go with that.
Right, we just finished our mint last break.
Tea break.
Who had the best New Zealand livery, Penrite, Castrol, or BJR?
Penrite had one?
Yep, they changed both cars. They had the fern all over it.
I'm gonna be.
I didn't know.
I didn't notice that.
I'm gonna
either.
be completely honest. I didn't even take notice of any cars.
I'm going to say Castrol just because of their video announcement.
Yeah, but I
And
think-
Waters jumping that high car. That was hilarious.
The video was great.
The video was good. And he did a great job of acting.
Yeah, well, yeah. The video, the content behind it was good.
Yeah, I think the content behind it, we're going to go with the Castrol livery.
What's the worst weather you've driven in? Thinking about today?
Oh, I know what Will's worst is. The Grand Prix outlap last year when he was starting 23rd and said that we shouldn't race because there was a bit of water on the screen.
Remember they cancelled the race, which means I won the Larry Perkins trophy and not Brock. It was whoever beat who out of the last one. He's starting pole, I'm starting 23rd. I would have driven through and got him though.
Mate,
It's terrible.
But like it's raining out there and I'm
I'm
like,
pretty sure I was back with you.
undrivable. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I was back with you, and I was actually no. I actually wanted to race actually.
Yeah, no, I didn't. But yeah, who got the Larry Perkins trophy? So that was the worst weather.
Have you won one yet? No, you haven't.
Nah,
yet.
that was the one.
It's a pretty good trophy, mate.
Yeah,
What's your worst weather?
definitely 12 hour that
Oh,
year. The
that
fog.
year. The fog. Did you start?
Yeah, I did double off
You
the
guys
start.
are so precious, honestly.
Oh, mate. You come across the top of the mountain and you can't see 50 metres in front and you're just like, oh my God.
And for people, like the TV cameras don't do it justice.
Oh, no.
Like when it's raining heavy, it's like when you're driving on the highway and you're driving and you're like, oh, I better slow down because I can't see where I'm going. Imagine trying to do 200 something k's an hour.
Oh, and
With a
with
concrete wall.
concrete walls
either
everywhere.
side.
Yeah.
What year was that? Was that 21?
22.
22.
yeah.
So
22.
that was the year. So I was catching Reynolds and we were both in Mercs and I'm like, oh, I'm a gun. I'm going to pass Dave here. I pass him, but then I work out that he couldn't see where he was going because we didn't have the good headlights. So I passed him. I'm like, I can't see where I'm going now. So I rolled out down the straight, let him back go so I could see where I was going. I needed to be able to follow someone. But that was pretty
That was
crazy
very
weather.
bad.
Yeah.
I would say maybe Bathurst last year.
Yeah.
It
It was
pretty
similar,
wild.
like the wet and the fog at the end.
Yeah, but I'd like it wasn't like you just slowed down. Yeah, like obviously that's what Kai did, and I just drilled him.
Well, the fence slowed us
Yeah,
both down.
I was gonna say we didn't slow down.
Yeah,
time.
that's right. In time. What else we got, Ains?
How's you two ganging up on Woody on the podium?
Oh, that was the best ever. Actually, we obviously get champagne for winning the first race, and
They forgot to tell us
yeah,
that it's alcoholic. So I nearly drank it. Like
Yeah,
Brody goes to tip it into my mouth, and I was like, yeah. And then he's like, no, I'm only joking. I would have drunk the champagne. Am I allowed to race then?
no, you can't.
Oh,
You'd like done
You've
instantly.
got to be careful.
Yeah, but no one said anything.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say anything though.
Yeah, because we never do like a podium celebration,
You are-
like a big one like that with like champagne. I don't think I've ever done one on Supercars like halfway through.
No, not halfway through. Generally, it's at the end of each day, so you can
Yeah.
drink it. Because I didn't even think about that. But Woody's in the cool down room, and I'm sure he's got 4 suits or something. But he's like to me and Brody, he's like, "Oh, we won't spray, hey, we
He goes,
won't
hey,
spray."
hey, bros, like no spraying, eh? Like no spraying. I'm like, yeah, bro, we got you. And as soon as he walks out,
This is
I'm like,
As soon as he walks out the room to go collect his trophy, me and Brody look at each other like, "Let's spray him." Poor bugger's sitting up there, just thinking, "Yeah, we're like, yeah, we'll go spray the crowd straight away." Both of us just look at each other when we get the bottle and like, "Yep, he's done." And then I got to start off front row with him. And I'm like, I promise I won't hit you turn 1. But no, so got him.
Thoughts on Matt's passenger lap penalty?
What?
He got done $3 grand for
We're all
running wide at
capable.
turn 11.
he ran off at turn 11, locked the front, ran off. And
Wait.
runs.
How far in did he get? Did he go through the
Go
gravel?
through the gravel. He had to
$3
drive.
grand.
Yeah, normally it's like 10.
Yeah, I've heard it's 10 before, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure the passenger was stoked. Like, but
Would
It's
have been a
moment.
good story.
It's a moment they'll never forget, the story they'll tell.
I don't know, it's a hard one because we're run around on older tyres, and I know you can pull it back, but you don't for some reason as a driver. But yeah, it's a hard one. I think I'd probably. It's always a chance of doing it. But yeah, whatever. I think that's the fine. You know it is when you go out there.
Oh, I'm sure
Who do you reckon pays it? The team or him?
I reckon he'll get it, won't he?
oh, probably him at the moment.
Yeah.
Good point.
They might not take that one on the chin.
Who knows? Oh, I'm sure the $3 grand will go to good use anyway, so. What's so funny about that?
Okay, next question, Ainsley.
What's so funny
I
about
don't
that?
know. I don't know. What's it going to?
They do heaps of good stuff for
That's good.
yeah.
Last one, who didn't get let into Finns last night? I think we had some Lucky Dogs fans out in Taupō.
Brody caused our whole night to come down, but we actually only went to dinner. We all went to dinner here, actually, the whole group of us, and we were going to go out and have just a beer. Well, I don't even know if I was going to have a beer, to be honest. I was pretty buggered after yesterday, but we were going to go into Finns and
Oh, we figured all the punters would be in town, so we just wanted to go and
hang out. And Brody didn't have his hard copy of his license, so you're not allowed in.
You got a digital?
yeah,
Don't do it?
So
They
it'd
don't
be a hard
accept
copy.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had that in Queenstown before, and they're like, "Oh, just bring your passport." I'm like, "I'm not taking my passport
Yeah,
out."
I was like, I was the same thing. I was like, no way, my passport's leaving my room.
Yeah, mine's not leaving my container. No matter if
I'm gonna laugh if you get stopped and they go, "Oh, we're just gonna do like a, where have you been? Have you, what have you been doing?" And they're like, "Oh, have you got your passport on you?" Oh no, it's actually in a sea container.
yeah. Oh, is that all of mains?
That's it.
Oh, well, thanks to everyone for listening. It was a pretty good weekend overall for all 3 of us. So, yeah, looking forward to heading down to Christchurch and getting into it down there. So, tune in after Christchurch to our recap for that one as well.